Hey guys, Freddy here. It finally happened. My last day as an employee. Ah, man. And it didn't even feel real that I'm driving away. I mean, it's been a long journey. It's funny, for the past 6 years, I had one constant in my life, and that was camp and being the snack shack manager and occasionally the groundskeeper. Now it's over. Man. I didn't even get to say a proper goodbye to everybody because the kid who hates concerts, no, we tried saying a proper goodbye, but then, earlier today I was like, hey, come find me before you leave, and he never did. Oh well. I know what he meant. The Lawnmower Boys, one of them, I didn't get to tell him goodbye either because he's getting his wisdom teeth removed as we speak. But I did get to say goodbye to the other lawnmower boy, who's his uncle, who's a year younger than him. Don't ask me how that works, but then there's this one family who's from my dad's rival church. One of the family members is one of the ones who ratted out the fact that I have a YouTube channel to my parents. But anyways, that whole family got together and got me a binder full of Pokemon cards. Haven't taken a good look at them. Maybe they're cool, maybe they're not, but let's face facts. They're cool, no matter how valuable they are. They are beyond valuable to me because of who they came from and what occasion it was. It's funny because, like, the oldest kid, I thought he was like one of the most annoying people I had ever met in my life until last year. He ended up not being nearly as annoying last year, and then this year I actually got along with him really well. People do get less annoying the older they get, I've noticed. But, man. Now, it is literally in my rear view mirror. If you look behind me, you probably can't see too much of it from that angle, but I've got a whole lot of soda pop left. I know the big boss took a bunch in his car, and I've got the rest. Ended up buying way too much Gatorade and way too much Sprite. There were a couple other things that I bought too much of. But we'll put them to good use. And then we also cleaned out the kitchen food, gave the lawnmower boys, their family's ginormous. So we gave some to them, and then the church I was baptized in long time ago, they're running like 80 kids on their Wednesday night services, and so we gave a whole bunch of unopened food to them. I don't know how much food we are actually taking home, but it's and I just cannot believe it's over. And I knew as soon as the first week started that it would fly by and it would be over before we knew it. And even though I put every second of it into making the most of my time there, I still want more, you know? It is just so hard to believe it's over. And it's not... It's weird because, like, last year I didn't know if I was coming back because I didn't know if I would be like full-time employed by now, but this year is for sure my last year. So I basically got like one extra year that I didn't think I was gonna have. But I'm very, very thankful to just live it to the fullest and to say goodbye to a whole bunch of kids who mean the world to me. It feels weird knowing that I'm not going back next year. Because, like, most of the times in my life I've had, like, another chance, you know? Another chance to, you know, do it over. Or another chance to come by and say goodbye. Or another chance to do whatever. But this was my second chance, and it's already gone. Man. I did give the Lawnmower Boys a huge amount of Pokemon this week, and one of the kitchen helpers, I got her hooked on Pokemon Go, and so that was nice. And we've like cleared out our inventories. I gave him like 3 Genesect. I gave one of the Lawnmower Boys 3 Genesects and Deoxys because he's the only one I know who has Pokemon Home. I'm not gonna use them. And I know that sounds like Greek to a lot of you, and to that I say I'm sorry, but it's a huge part of the week for me. The other lawnmower boy gave me his shiny Dynamax Machamp, and it turned out to be lucky. And he got a Heracross, which is region exclusive. So I'm glad that I got to spend a little bit of time with them. And I got to tell him, wisdom tooth surgery. I still have my wisdom teeth, but I have been put under for a little bit because of a cyst extraction. And I basically was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's like blinking. You blink and it's over. Ah, man. Speaking of blinking, it's over. Man, I just cannot believe it's over. And yeah, I mean, hurt feet and whatnot, that'll take you out of the moment, and stuff going on, and back home, that'll take you out of the moment too, but still, it's just hard to believe. But life goes on. I know my mom is planning on being camp cook next year, which means she'll probably drag Dad along like she usually does. May very well have a replacement for me waiting in the wings already, so it's nice I don't have to go find somebody. But it is still, man, I'm glad that I was able to end things and provide a definitive ending, because the guy I took over from, he didn't know it was going to be his last year. He just up and quit because of health reasons, and he didn't get a chance to say goodbye or anything like that. And I'm glad I got that chance. I mean, just to put it in movie terms, or show terms rather, shows are a whole lot more rewatchable when you know they have a definitive ending. Like my favorite show of all time, Grimm. They rushed the ending, but at least it had a definitive ending. But my other favorite show, Legends of Tomorrow, they canceled it after the 7th season. I did not like the 7th season at all. It really started going downhill 6th season, but would have been nice to have just some sense of finality. I'm grateful I got that sense of finality with everybody, telling them goodbye, handing out business cards to grown-ups, because I'm not going to do it to a kid. Man. I know guys worked a lot through this. Not so much providing snacks necessarily, but I know providing just a safe place to hang out for the people who wanted to hang out and just talk and wanted free life advice or whatnot. And I know that for as long as the camp is around, that they'll still be doing God's work. And yeah, we'll have some setbacks like that thing we know happened 2 years ago, but good far outweighs the bad. It's so nice to just have a place where you can just get away from it all and just hit the reset button, at least temporarily. Now I say that, but funny part is, it's called Bates Creek Camp. I only was down at the creek once, and that was like back in May when I was doing work for the camp during like a work day, changing all the light bulbs and whatnot. And didn't get to go down there during camp because I was just so busy. But even though I was busy, I still set the reset button, at least for a little bit. God gave a few fears over to God, like the camp pastor said. No matter what happens, God's in control, and He's given me a few backup plans as well when I didn't even think I was going to have any backup plans. Anyways, I am glad for the chaplaincy meeting that I got after this, because if I didn't, who knows if I could even tear myself away from this place. But that's how it goes. Maybe I'll come back as a cabin leader later on in life. Maybe if God wills it, maybe I'll return to that snack shack like I never left. But I do know for right now it's a pretty hard stop that I'm not going to be there next year. But it's been a fun ride. And I'm glad I could share this year with you guys. At least bits and pieces and after the fact. But I wouldn't take back a single second of it. So, don't do anything you regret.